do. It ain't too much for me to say, and shit I gotta prove. So stay the fuck up out my way, you see they got you dude. And a few can torn away, I'm in a bad mood. Please don't fuck with me today, what else I gotta do? It ain't too much for me to say, and shit I gotta prove. So stay the fuck up out my way, you see they got you dude. And a few can torn away, I'm in a bad mood. I bring, please don't fuck with me today. They say Prissy ain't on top of his shit, I beg to differ.
Yo, I'm about to do this video a little different than I normally do, cause I don't know, sometimes I get to rambling and I figured I needed something to kind of distract me, so I'm about to be playing the game and not exactly looking straight at the camera. Also kind of listening to some music, but I might go and turn it off. Actually, you know what, I'm gonna go and turn it off now. Anyway, I kind of just want to talk about some stuff. Hold on, let me move this, cause this light is entirely too bright. Okay. Now, anyway, right now I'm playing the game Watch Dogs. As usual, my horrible driving is going on right now. Turn the volume up some. But anyway, I'm the other day I made a video where I was venting my frustrations, what was going on with me, and I'm still sort of frustrated. Not as angry as I was, but I do find myself still getting upset over certain things. So, you know, there's that. One of those main things is still music. I've been trying to kind of ignore that and say that it was other stuff, but I think the biggest problem I have right now is how I feel concerning music. That's what it is. I have, major problems with
this guy should be close now.
getting back in my zone. There are people. Now, there were folks that were always in my corner at one point in time.
The blackout of 2003 was a warning. Critical city infrastructure needs to reside in a demilitarized
You
zone.
should have left town now.
11 people died.
Anyway,
Gave away its control.
there are people who were
Demonstrated
always
algorithm.
in my corner.
Kenny is a hero, not a villain.
That's not gonna work. I gotta turn it
Chicago
on.
as his vulnerable
So anyway,
citizens are vulnerable. Take back control.
there are people that were always in my corner as far as music went. And I guess, personally, I miss having that support that I used to have. I have a bit of a sore throat, so I can't talk too loud. Just took a shower and everything, so might be the air in the house getting to me. I'll be glad when I get this other medicine. Help me feel better. But anyway, like I said, there were people in the past that were of major support to me, and those people are either not around anymore, or they're not as into what I'm, doing, or what I was doing, like they used to be. I got a lot of people that are. I am too distracted. I thought I was gonna be able to talk and play the game, because I could do this when I'm on the phone, but trying to do it right here is not the same.
What the hell do you think you're doing?
Christ, I told you to leave
But
me
anyway.
alone.
Come on, babe. Don't be like that.
You're scaring me. Please stop.
Anyway, so I'm gonna run all that back, because I've been repeating the same thing. So everything that was before this 4-minute mark, fuck it. So anyway, like I was saying, I've been frustrated lately. I made a video a couple days ago. I was talking about my frustrations, and for the first time in a long time, I was actually angry while I made a video. Yeah, I know I did a lot of laughing and probably made some jokes, but that's typical me when I'm upset. I still make jokes, even if unless I'm really, really pissed off, then I will not make a joke. But for the most part, I make jokes when I'm upset, because it kind of helps me to calm down. Like I said, it depends on if I'm really, really pissed off, though. But anyway, as I said, I've been frustrated, because I cannot write the way I used to. Like, I think I said in the last video, I think I wrote 2 songs, or at least I wrote one and I haven't finished the other one, and I don't know when I'm going to finish it. You know, I know sometimes, like I said, it can be the beat that you choose to write to, and that beat just ain't working for you at the time, because that's what happened. I had picked this one beat, and that beat didn't work out for me, so I had to turn around and pick another beat. And that kind of helped me finish that song. But I also had a lot on my chest and mind at the time. Still, I wasn't able to get everything out, because as far as those beats go, the verses are only 12 bars long. I wish these guys would make songs with verses that are 16 bars, but I'm guessing they either don't know how to count them, or they make them like that because of how a lot of these mumble rappers shit is nowadays. You know, dudes don't really rap on their songs. Most guys just be singing. See, me, I get these beats and I rap on them. You know, I'm not up here trying to, I'm not up here trying to, you know, sing on something. That's actually what's been pissing me off about hip-hop lately. Just rap music in general. Like, I know I sent out a message to a few people, you know, apologizing for if I ever made them feel like they can't share anything with me. And I still mean that. I still mean that. But of course, as far as music goes, like I said, with hip-hop and, you know, I just want to hear some rapping. That's all I want to hear. You know, but I want to hear some people that's actually rapping. I want to hear some actual bars. That's the reason why I've been trying to go back to listening to a lot of underground stuff. You know, like Jedi Mind Tricks, you know, Juju Mob. I know they ain't made nothing in a long time, but I'm listening to the old shit. The old Army of the Pharaoh shit, because I don't know if they're ever going to get back together. Anything that Vinny Paz releases, most of the time I try to check it out. Apathy just dropped something recently. I've been listening to Flea Lord. I know, I guess you wouldn't really call, damn it, this game done messed up. I don't know what the hell happened. I'm gonna have to get all this money and everything all over again. Anyway, I don't know if you would really call, I guess you wouldn't call Westside Gun, them, you know, Griselda. I guess you wouldn't call them underground anymore, especially since they got signed to Shady. Well, I guess they got signed. I don't know. Maybe it was just Westside got signed. I'm really not too sure how that worked out. Like, as much as I like Shady Records, I honestly despise anybody getting signed to them. Well, I don't despise the people that get signed. I just despise getting a record deal. Like, they used to be something I was aiming for. Like, even a couple years ago, I was like, man, I'm going to get me a record deal. And, you know, and my friend, one of my homies, Ronald, was like, yo, you need to get signed with Jet Life, you know. And while I do like Currency and stuff, I just don't feel like that's the label I need to sign with. I wanted to, but then after a while I realized, I was like, I don't think I'll be a good fit for them. Then I was thinking about Shady Records, but then I was like, I don't think I'd be a good fit for them either. Like, I haven't really ran across any label where I think I would be a good fit. Like, somebody, one of my friends, because I know he liked Kanye, he suggested good music. And it probably would have been an okay fit, you know, because they're an eclectic outfit. But nowadays, I don't think so. Somebody, I think the person who suggested this was merely trolling because they know I don't really like, you know, J. Cole like that. But I believe, like I said, they were trolling because they said I should get signed to Dreamville. You know, then somebody else said Dream Chasers, and I don't even listen to Meek Mill like that. Somebody said Maybach Music. one person said Top Dog, or you know, 'cause I think that's the label that Kendrick is on. I mean, I know he on Aftermath too, but I think that's the main label that was representing him, Absol, and Schoolboy Q. But anybody can correct me on that if I'm wrong. I know they had the Black Hippie Movement, but I don't think that was actually the name of the label. I don't think. But like I said, feel free to correct me on it. Before MF Doom passed away, some people were telling me I needed to get involved with him. And while I do like, you know, Doom's music, you know, R.I.P. to him, because that actually did hit me when he died. Like, I hadn't listened to him in a while, but it still was kind of fucked up when I found out that he passed away. You know, because it was like years ago, before COVID, it was Prodigy. Then, you know, there was somebody else in between that time. But then, you know, last year, Fred the Godson passed. And then, you know, turn around and, you know, niggas talking about, you know, MF Doom then passed. And I'm like, damn. You know, and I forgot, I don't think I ever really found out the specifics of whatever Doom died from. But I do know Fred the Godson had COVID. And that was fucked up right there. And you got rappers that have just been getting killed, you know, not dying of natural causes. Niggas just getting shot, you know, and that shit is fucked up. Like, you know, for me, I'm on two different sides with this. I'm all for rap beef because a lot of good songs come out of people beefing. I mean, just look at what happened with the beef between Drake and Meek Mill. A lot of niggas got some hot shit out of it, you know. And even though I'm not the biggest Drake fan, that kind of had me bumping him for a while, you know, because I was listening to that back-to-back like a motherfucker. And Meek Mill put out some good shit, though, at the time. It looked like it took him beefing with Drake for him to really put out some shit that I was like, okay, this nigga coming back, you know. Then eventually that shit got deaded, and that was it. You know, then for a while you had everybody aiming at Drake, because Joe Budden put out some shit, and I mean, Budden was massacring that nigga. You know, I don't even think I said this shit right, so I'm just gonna say he was slaughtering that nigga. Slaughterhouse. But anyway, he was slaughtering that nigga. You know, and then, you know, but of course everybody said, oh man, Budden just mad just because he old and he washed up. You know, and I was like, nah, Budden spit way better than that nigga. And then on top of that, like, as far as the being open and vulnerable and sensitive type of shit, you know, a lot of niggas know they got that shit from Budden. Because to be honest, I never heard many rappers opening up like that. You know, like, I mean, yeah, we had Tupac. But even at that, Tupac wasn't that, you know, that vulnerable, that open. He still maintained his thug image. I mean, you know, you got Nas that talked about some stuff, but still wasn't as vulnerable as Budden, you know, was being. You've had Eminem open up about stuff, but still not to that same level. You know, Budden really got down to brass tacks with his feelings, in my personal opinion. And I know Drake in the past was always giving shouts to Budden, and I feel like I think that's what Budden kind of took issue with, because he was giving him shouts out at first, and I think was saying that he was an inspiration to him. Then I think turned around and said some other shit. I really didn't look that deep into it, but I just know that there was a recording, I think, at the end or either at the beginning of the diss song that Budden made. And in their recording, it was Drake, you know, giving props to Budden and a lot of other shit. It's kind of like the same thing where Cannabis, you know, dissed J. Cole. I still like this song. I know a lot of people said it was trash, but I liked it. I liked that J. Clone song. That shit was dope. But anyway, you know, when Cannabis dissed him, it was because, you know, Drake has said, not Drake, J. Cole has said that Cannabis was a huge inspiration to him. It was one of his favorites, you know. He was always bringing up, you know, that Cannabis inspired him. Then, I think he turned around and said some shit, and that pissed off Cannabis. And then on top of that, I think Cannabis felt like, yo, if I'm your favorite, why you ain't reaching out to me for a feature? Now, I felt like that was a bullshit reason to diss somebody. I gotta admit that. I feel like he should have more so led with the whole "I feel disrespected" by the other comment that you said. But Cannabis brought up on the song that he was like, "Yo, you could have hit me up." I think he said something about he would have charged $2,000 or some shit, and I'm like, you just trying to get on the poppin' nigga song. You know, that's what I realized. You know, and he turned around and apologized about it though. I was kind of upset that he apologized because I was really looking for that shit to go somewhere. And then, you know, who else dissed J. Cole? Charles Hamilton. That diss was horrible. And the beat was alright, but the diss was horrible. And then, you know, I know there are other people that I believe have dissed J. Cole, but, you know, we don't, I guess, you don't all the time know. You know that there are little cues and clues here and there. And then you also know that J. Cole has dissed a lot of people. Like Kanye felt like J. Cole had took aim at him a whole lot. I think Drake and J. Cole was kind of having a little friendly fire, as well as Drake and Kendrick. Actually, I think Drake and Kendrick had more of the friendly fire than anything. Nothing wrong with competition, you know. I feel like a lot of that is lacking in the rap game, because everybody want to fuck with everybody. And I mean, that's cool. You know, I'm not saying people got to be antisocial, but it used to be a time where everybody in hip-hop was like, oh, yo, that's the new hot nigga. Oh, I can do better than that. You know, I mean, I remember at one point in time when everybody was real crazy about Mims. You know, like "This Is Why I'm Hot" dude. You know, everybody was crazy about him. And like, I can't lie. When I listened to his album, I was like, yo, that shit was dope. And it was. Then he put out that other shit, and I don't know what the fuck happened. But when I listened to some of it, I felt like Mims was Drake before Drake came out. You know, because I think he went that route, and people weren't trying to hear it at the time. Then later on, Drake come out, and it's like, okay, now everybody is for it. But I also feel like maybe it was that, Mims was not, what can I say? Mims wasn't, maybe that attractive.
Hey, I got a message for you. Don't move. Shovel.
Anyway, damn, I done talked almost 20 minutes. Anyway, I guess Mims wasn't extremely attractive to people. Maybe that's what it was. I don't know. I may be wrong about the whole thing. But if I'm not wrong about the whole thing, because, you know, I feel like looks have a lot to do with it. I mean, people can say that it doesn't, because I know that there are some women who have never wanted to listen to my music because, well, they didn't find me attractive like that. And it didn't matter how hard I was rapping and how good some of my songs sounded. They just went into me like that. Then, like, it was some chicks who have straight up told me that they liked my shit simply because they was attracted to me. And that left me kind of, you know, insecure about my music. And that's why I've always been working hard. Like, one of my friends was like, why do you work so hard, you know, on being better, you know, and all this? He was like, what has that really gotten you? And I'm like, well, it's gotten me respect from some people. Maybe not from a lot, because a lot of people don't really give a fuck how much hard work you put into it. They really more so only respect the progress you've made. So if you've been working hard but you haven't made much progress, nobody really gives a damn, you know? I mean, I got all these mixtapes and EPs I put out, and honestly, when I look back at some of that shit, I know it may feel disrespectful to some people I know, because I know, like, a few times my ex has said, you know, how she likes a lot of my old stuff, you know, and some of my other friends have said that. But me, when I go back and listen to that stuff, I'll be like, man, this could have been so much better, you know. And maybe it's just me. You know, maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just because I'm hard on myself like that, and I know that I have the skill and the potential, you know, to grow and be a better rapper and better artist. And I look at things now and I realize I could have wrote that differently. I could have said something differently. I could have said something a whole lot better. You know, other people don't have the same ear and attention to detail that the artist has. You know, they're just fans. And so they know what they like as a fan. But, you know, as an artist, they're not going to see it the same way that you do. Like, I mean, you know, even being an artist, though, sometimes I get a little irritated when some of my favorite, you know, rappers say that, you know, they dislike older projects they made, you know. I want to move that because it's kind of blinding. But anyway, you know, I get a little upset sometimes because I be like, yo, I really like, okay, for example, I love, hold on, this guy just stole somebody's wallet. Anyway, trying to get to him. I know I just like completely interrupted my thought because I'm trying to catch this guy who stole somebody's wallet. But anyway, got him. All right. So anyway, like I said, you know, I know a lot of people don't feel the way I do, but I loved Relapse. You know, that's like that's like my third favorite Eminem project. My number one favorite is the Marshall Mathers LP. Number two would have to be it's Eminem Show. Number two would be Eminem Show. And number three is Relapse. Those are my three favorite Eminem projects. I used to listen to Relapse so much. And I guess another thing I can say is that Relapse has a special kind of spot in my heart because back in 2009 when I, you know, attempted suicide, Relapse was the album I listened to while I guess you could say I was recovering. You know, well, when I got back out of the hospital anyway, because I had to do a voluntary stay at a mental hospital. And let me move that because where that light is sitting at is really getting to me. But anyway, I had to do a voluntary stay at a mental hospital. And, you know, when I got out, I was kind of shaken by what went on in there. Because I told Janae about this a whole lot. I got to stop just referring to her as my ex. Because she's more than just my ex. She's my best friend. And as I'm always say, no matter what went on between us, I still feel like she's the love of my life. But that's a different subject. I'm talking about music right now. Anyway, I was still kind of shaken by what went on at the time when I was in there. And so when I got out, listening to Relapse and also listening to Kid Cudi's first album. Both of those really helped me.
But you did it anyway.
Really helped me get better. I swear. I can do this stopping criminal shit all day. It's one of the things I miss about the Watch Dogs game. Like, I like some of the features they added to Watch Dogs 2 and Watch Dogs Legion, but I miss the whole vigilante aspect. You know, when it really started becoming more about DedSec, that actually got on my nerves. I know that's an A-side to what I was just talking about, but yeah. But anyway, at the time when I was, you know, kind of recovering and getting better and trying to keep myself from, you know, going down that road of suicide again, listening to Relapse and listening to Man on the Moon, you know, both of those albums really got me through. Also, listening to Slaughterhouse first album, that helped a lot too. A lot of music helped me at that time back then. It was 2009. It was a dark time in my life. I mean, honestly, from 2007 up to probably middle of 2010 were dark times. And I know some people probably like, you know, okay, didn't you have, you know, a girlfriend at that time and you know, like in 2009. Actually, I had a girlfriend in 2008. Me and actually, I had multiple girlfriends in 2008. Like just a lot of little short relationships. but yeah, you know, me and Sonya got together in 2009, and then we really weren't together that long when I really think about it. We were together from 2009 to sometime in 2011. So it really wasn't 2 years, or was it? So yeah, it was 2 years. We were together for 2 years, and then she broke up with me, actually. She broke up with me because I had got on Uvu with Kyra. And me getting on Uvu, that just destroyed the whole thing. You know, now, I didn't get on Uvu with Kyra because I wanted to be disrespectful to my relationship. I was just talking to a friend, and since we had never really been on cam with each other, there was a way for both of us to see that each other, you know, are, you know, the people that we say that we are. This shirt, I like it got all scratched out. Shit. Anyway. But yeah, you know, Relapse is one of those albums that I love, but I know Eminem has talked a lot of trash about it ever since. Me personally, as far as the music that he made after Relapse, I haven't liked much of it. You know, I was into, I did like the Marshall Mathers LP 2, because that's the one with Rap God on it, and I think Legacy, and a few other songs. I gotta check. But I know I wasn't crazy about Recovery. I didn't like, what was the one that had the song with Beyonce, the Walk on Water joint? I think that's what that was called. Either way it go, I didn't like that album. I liked Kamikaze. I didn't really like Music to Be Murdered By. You know, so a lot of M's releases after Relapse have been hit or miss with me. That's the way it's been. But the one thing I can say is that Eminem is still kind of an inspiration to me. Like, even if I don't like the stuff he puts out now, he's still an inspiration to me. I'm trying to think of some other rappers I know that have stated that they don't like their earlier stuff, and I actually liked it, you know, so I can kind of understand how some of the people who listen to my earlier stuff and say that they enjoyed it, you know, feel when I say I don't like it, or that I could have did something better, or that this could have been written better, you know. I can understand how they feel, because I know how I feel when I hear some of my favorite rappers say what they say. But I guess it's just like when it comes to my old stuff, it's some stuff I hear and I be like, damn, that was dope. I wish I could still spit like that. But then there are some things I hear and I be like, what the fuck was I thinking when I made this? You know, like, because I mean, I went through my phase of trying to sing on songs and using auto-tune in a fucked up way. And I still, to this day, wish some people had not let me do that. You know, I mean, I know some people told me they liked it at the time back then, and I mean, that's cool. But I still wish some people had just, you know, like, I know there were a few people that were resistant to it, and they was like, why are you doing this? Why are you making this type of shit? You know. But, excuse me, the majority of the people that was listening to my shit, they were enjoying the, you know, experimentation. And I guess the reason why I kind of look down on experimenting now is because I've gone through that phase already. You know, and I mean, that doesn't mean other people can't experiment. But I guess for me, it's like, you know, like I said, I've done it already. I've done it. I've experimented already. So, I just feel like, damn, you know, since I've experimented the way I have and all of that, I guess I feel like I just don't have the capacity to accept anybody else experimenting. And I know that might sound fucked up. What can I say? It's another word I'm trying to think of. That's the only other word I can say is inconsiderate, but that's not the word I'm really trying to think of. Intolerant. I know that may sound very intolerant, but that's not what I'm trying to be. I'm not trying to be intolerant. It's just that I've gotten to this point now where I just want to hear rap. That's all I want to hear. Like I said, not to take anything away from J. Cole, because I always feel like I have to preface things when I say something about J. Cole or Kendrick or Drake. I'm going to admit right now, which I've already admitted a million times, J. Cole, Kendrick, Drake, they can rap. They can make songs and everything. They are talented. So when I say I'm not really feeling their stuff like that, I'm not saying they're not talented. But I feel like that's what people take it as, some people. Then other folks want to say, oh, you just don't understand what they're talking about. No, I understand it. I just don't give a fuck. That's the main thing. I don't care. I don't really care to hear that. For me, conscious shit has got kind of, played out. Now, I'm not saying Drake is conscious, but he kind of goes that route sometimes. And some of his stuff can be just, like, way too sensitive for me. Like, I know this might sound a bit sexist to say, but I just feel like Drake shit is really just meant for women. Some guys might like some of it, but I feel like a majority of it is really meant for women to listen to. And I honestly feel like that sometimes about J. Cole, especially with the fact that I mostly see women going real crazy about it. Which brings me to the main point that I was going to make. I have been inundated by posts on Facebook and damn near everywhere else about his album. And as I was telling, my homie yesterday, I wasn't really interested in it, and I didn't really want to listen to it. Now, I went and downloaded it because, he was telling me that he was surprised, so I was like, well, let me go and check it out. I haven't listened to it yet, though, but I might sooner or later. But anyway, outside of maybe of checking it out, I really don't care for him like that, Much respect to the skill that he has, but he's just not my type of rapper. Like I said, what I'm hyped for right now is whatever it is Lloyd Banks is about to do. That's what I'm hyped for. I've been waiting on that. And, he's dropped 2 teasers. Whatever it is, the initials are COTI. I don't know what that stands for, but I'm hyped for it. I'm hoping it's a mixtape, an album, whatever. Because I've been, fiending for some more Lloyd Banks music, man. Like the last time he put something out, I believe, was 2017. Well, let me check my folder. Because I got a folder on here. And I got all this Banks music. So let's see. Hip hop. Yeah. I don't know how that happened. Shit got turned around again. Alright, the last time he put something out was 2016. I count 2017 because that was the Blue Friday series, and he was dropping a song like every Friday. But before that, the last full project was 2016. That was Halloween Havoc 3. He hadn't put anything out since that. That was the last full project. There's been a couple of compilations of his freestyles, but no full project. It is 2021. We have not had a Lloyd Banks project going on 5 years. 5 fucking years. So I'm hoping something is about to come out soon. That's why I said the other day, I'm like, I don't give a fuck about no J. Cole. I don't give a fuck about no Kendrick putting nothing out. I don't care that Drake is about to drop something. I'm waiting on this Lloyd Banks shit. That's what I'm waiting on. I wish 50 would come out with something else, but I know hell will freeze over before that happens. I need to check and see if Young Buck has dropped anything else, because I know he had been steady working. Now I know Lloyd Banks, kind of quit and put it to the side because he had a child. I think it's a little girl he had, so he wanted to take time to raise his own child. And so if I'm correct, his little girl should be about 4 or 5 now, I believe. damn, time has passed. Kind of the same thing with Currency, although he didn't really take a break. He had said he was retiring, but this nigga been putting out projects ever since. Some of them I feel, some of them I don't. But let's see, it's getting close to that mark where he's probably gonna want to cut me off. But yeah, you know, I'm gonna pick this up in another vid because I've just been doing a lot of random talking. It was mainly about music. But this is still me venting my frustration. So, until a little bit later, this is it for now. Peace.
What else I gotta do? It ain't too much for me to say, and shit I gotta prove. So stay the fuck up out my way, you see they got you dude. And a few can torn away, I'm in a bad mood. Please don't fuck with me today, what else I gotta do? It ain't too much for me to say, and shit I gotta prove. So stay the fuck up out my way, you see they got you dude. And a few can torn away, I'm in a bad mood. I bring, please don't fuck with me today. They say Prissy ain't on top of this shit, I beg to differ.